And we're back. Now, where were we? 3 weeks ago, before I had surgery, and a YCS, and the stomach flu? Alex sent me a thing, and he was like, hey, I need X video, and I was like, listen, I don't think I can sit in front of a computer for 10 minutes right now. And he was like, why? I just saw you on stream. Every second I was not on camera, I was either shitting out of my doo-doo ass or, like, hunched over like this, just, like, doing my best. It's been a rough time to be Joseph. We had a tournament, but not just any tournament, the final tournament for our first expansion set, Duelist Kingdom Ascendant. And the last time I will tolerate a Salamangrate victory. See, looming large over the rotation series has been a cavalcade of Cyberse critters from the core set, the Salamangrate, which, despite heavy nerfs and the release of objectively more powerful cards, have won every single tournament so far. We took away Mirage Stalio, they started playing Cicada King. We took Rage out of the core set, they started popping cards with Prime Mineral Congrate. That's why today we're playing more than just a tournament. The Swiss portion of our event ran smoothly, with this incredibly diverse pie chart representing what individuals played. But let's jump to top 8. 7 decks in top 8. 2 salads. I know what must be done. I just don't know if we have the strength to do it. The first match of our top cut shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. These two are the breakout decks from Duelist Kingdom Ascendant. Earthbox, a deck that aims to pivot between powerful Earth attribute monsters like Infinite Antlion by way of Ausa the Earth Charmer Immovable, and B-Trooper, a deck that aims to make use of all of B-Trooper's tools, including their new powerful fusion monsters. Never given their time to grow in the TCG, can these insects swarm over the Earth? Let's see. The Earth player begins with a copy of Fossil Dig for Soul Eating Oviraptor, normal summoning that and grabbing from deck to hand another Soul Eating Oviraptor. Just an advantage engine. Next up is Doodle Beast Stego, a breakout hit sending a nuh-uh to the graveyard before making Dark. That'll give an opening for Fantastical Dragon Phantasme, and let's see what B-Trooper can accomplish. First up is Formation, followed by Landing. They will fusion summon a Cruel Saturnus and walk directly into a Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, but that's not all. Formation summons a token to their side of the field, which they can follow up with a Scale Bomber. They'll use the effect of Formation in order to bring back Sting Lancer, and Sting Lancer's effect to grab another Landing. From here they can go into Pico, activating Pico in order to target the Scale Bomber and equip a Resonance Insect from deck before fusion summoning an ultimate Great Insect. Down comes the Doom Dozer, and this is a ton of damage, if not for Here we're going to be able to add Bayrock Dragon to hand in order to preserve the life total, while triggering the effect of the Dark in order to set up a powerful play for next turn. We'll bring back the Soul Eating Oviraptor and trigger it in damage step for another Bayrock Dragon. Now we're getting in for a ton of damage here, but for the Infinite Antlion, and instead we'll just go Seraphim Papillon, activate the effect in our opponent's turn in order to summon back an insect. We're going to begin with the Infinite Antlion threatening battle phase. That'll trigger the ultimate Great Insect and bring out another Bayrock. Let's go to main phase 2 and trigger the effect of the Stego. Let's normal summon a Soul Eating Oviraptor in order to grab from deck to hand the final copy. Next we'll go Dark summoning Pico. Afterwards we can link off for a Zeroboros, special Caligo Clawcrow, and walk into a Lost Wind. That was our board wipe. Instead, we're going to go Dark once again, recycling that copy of Lost Wind and passing back, giving our opponent the option to Seraphim Papillon to bring back a Resonance Insect. Things are looking dire for the Earthbox player. Sting Lancer coming down. It's going to banish a card from both graveyards and grab another Landing. Formation can bring back the Saturnus, and then afterwards we can trigger the Saturnus in order to grab an Assault Roller. Down comes Pico, pitching the Landing and triggering a Resonance Insect in order to grab a copy of the Mighty Neptune. We'll go into another Ultimate Great Insect and trigger the Resonance Insect before activating Pico to draw a card. Things are looking exceptionally bleak. Seraphim Papillon comes down, and then afterwards we can go to the battle phase, trigger Great Insect, wipe the board, trigger the effect of the Bayrock and the effect of this copy of Dark to cycle for another Bayrock, triggering the other Great Insect and getting in for nothing! Mirror Force, still powerful in the year of our Lord 2023, contests the entire board, putting it all directly into the graveyard. Here Resonance Insect will bin a whole bunch of monsters, but it's not enough. Ausa coming down against Earthbox, incredibly powerful, only gets an Antlion, which is going to be able to trigger to re-equip that Resonance Insect and trigger its effect one more time to set up a Zeroboros play. This is it, just Zeroboros, Lost Wind that's known, and a Sting Lancer that you can expect your opponent has, and now it's time to perform some combos. Sting Lancer comes down at the link point of Zeroboros, which allows the B-Trooper player to banish the entire field, and that will be sufficient. B-Trooper advances to potentially sting another day. I am reticent to tell you, on the other side of the bracket, Salamangreat is advancing. That means that every single match from this position onwards is going to be incredibly important, including this one between two exceptionally funny decks. One, Blue Eyes, was just in finals, proving its mettle against the big daddy of the format, Salamangreat, but the other you may not have experienced. This is Dinosaur Synchron, aiming to play 60 cards in order to beat back an impressively poor Garnet ratio. This utilizes Soul Eating Oviraptor as a 4-star, along with a 1-star tuner in order to make Junk speeder whenever possible. When not able to do so, it will settle for Transcendosauruses. Here they're going to go Soul Eating Oviraptor into, the biggest Transcendosaurus you're about to see in your entire life. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon out of the Blue Eyes player. They'll go to the battle phase and walk over the Soul Eating Oviraptor before setting a couple of back row and passing, trying to trigger this Whitestone of Ancients in end phase, and walking directly into a Meteorus for 2 baby Cerasauruses. We'll trigger the Meteorus in order to send a copy of a Lancelephrus to the graveyard before summoning both a copy of Archosaur and a copy of Petit Pteranodon, triggering the Archosaur to grab a copy of Beta Evolution Pill Ultra Transcendence and get into a double-headed Dino King Rex in order to eat that Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. Here we can normal summon a Satellite Synchron and then activate the pill in order to go into Dino Wrestler Giga Spinosavante. Of course, that's going to be Lost Winded, but when was the last time you've seen this card summoned? Void Ogre Dragon, the extension here, but does not contest the Lost Wind that's just been reset. A ton of damage coming in for the Dinosaur player, but at end step, there's Gizmecha the Serpentrion Sky Slasher to start cleaning up the board. It'll activate for 3 in order to get rid of this Void Ogre, but walk directly into a copy of Effect Veiler, turning on the Void Ogre as well. The Void Ogre will chase out both the Book of Moon and this copy of Lost Wind, which does trade for the set copy of Transcendosaurus Meteorus. Here, normal summoning a Skullmeister just to get over everything remaining. We'll walk over this copy of Void Ogre Dragon and this Dino Wrestler, but we still have to contest this Transcendosaurus Meteorus. We're going to go for Dark to bring back the Void Ogre Dragon, but with a couple of cards in hand, it's not going to do much. And the best draw on the deck for our Dinosaur player, Fossil Dig into a copy of Soul Eating Oviraptor. Soul Eating Oviraptor here in order to grab from deck to hand a Xenometeorus, go to the battle phase, trigger the effect of the Xenometeorus because a card was destroyed, and then walk into the Dark and get in directly with the Soul Eating Oviraptor. A Skullmeister added back to hand, and unfortunately activating the Orochi defensively, just trying to get cards on their side of the field so they don't die. Orochi here will be able to trade for the Transcendosaurus and will be able to negate the graveyard effect with the Skullmeister. Dragon Shrine here can send a copy of Whitestone, and is that a polymerization and 2 Blue Eyes in hand? We'll fire it off, and there it is! Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon has enough attack points to get over the Ready Rose Dragon, and now we are Divine Dragonite Felgrand versus Top Deck mode. 1 card won't be enough to contest the boy at end phase. Will discard the effect of Felgrand to send the Sky Slasher, and Blue Eyes advances. Regrettably, we are here once again. Despite only having 2 representatives in the top 8, Salamangreat has somehow weaseled its way into the final round. More removal than monster at this point. This deck will be facing down the most competent combo strategy and one of the most powerful decks released in Duelist Kingdom Ascendant, B-Trooper. First, we're going to begin with, unsurprisingly, a Jack Jaguar into Balinx. We'll set 2 and pass as the Sanctuary is all in hand. We'll go for Wing Blast on the normal summon, and oh no, chasing out a Book of Moon, that's not how it works. Compulsory Evacuation Device, pretty good here. Normal summoning a Spinny enables a summon of Sunlight Wolf and Jack Jaguar, but a Compulse at the Sunlight Wolf is going to prevent the Jack Jaguar from being summoned. Here is an incredible opening. We're going to normal summon the Resonance Insect into a Karma Cut, but now the Salamangreat player is top decking, and the Resonance Insect gets to trigger. That's literally the best draw in the deck. You've got to be kidding. Well, provided they can't find a Salamangreat gift. They'll go for a copy of Spinny here into the Balinx. That'll get another Balinx into a Sunlight Wolf. Jack Jaguar returning a Balinx enables them to trigger the effect of the Sunlight Wolf in order to bring back this copy of Foxy. They're going to get in for 18 and 18, setting the gift and passing turn with a Reincarnation Link summoned Sunlight Wolf and a Sanctuary in hand. Gift in the draw phase. We'll pitch this copy of Foxy, draw 2, and a Veiler off the top. Oh no. Scout Buggy for Scout Buggy's great. Landing's fantastic. Saturnus is one of the most powerful effects in the game, but it's going to chase out this Book of Moon in order to contest the effect Veiler. Here we'll get a copy of Sting Lancer. Sting Lancer's effect banishing that copy of Balinx. Sting Lancer here will enable a copy of B-Trooper Formation. Suddenly we're in the game. Formation in order to get a copy of Scout Buggy. Let's go to the battle phase and walk over the Sunlight Wolf, getting it off the field. This could be it. Spinny off the top. We'll activate the effect of the Foxy. The Foxy resummons itself and can get the field spell off the field. Balinks here into the Jaguar from graveyard, back into Sunlight Wolf, back into Spinny. Sunlight Wolf recycling this copy of Foxy, Spinny resummoning it to their side of the field, and Pyro Phoenix Reincarnation Link summoned to wipe the entire board. Finally, gift to draw 2, and it's all interaction. Oh no. I can't do this. I can't endure another format of Salamangreat. B-Troopers on the play this time, and this hand looks fantastic. Scout Buggy into Scale Bomber. Activate B-Trooper landing. That's going to go into Cruel Saturnus. That'll be met with an effect failure, but no matter, we can extend far beyond this position. Sting Lancer targeting the effect failure now that there's a monster in our opponent's graveyard. We'll activate the effect to grab another landing. Formation activation. We'll activate Formation to bring back this copy of Scout Buggy, and down comes Pico. Pico will pitch this copy of B-Trooper landing into a copy of the Fantastical Dragon. 2 Gazelle in hand. We'll go into a Cicada King, activate the graveyard effect of the Resonance Insect, shuffle 3 cards back into the deck to draw, and Cicada King to negate our own Pico. This enables us to trigger Cicada King and summon back Resonance Insect, enabling an extension of Seraphine Papillion, and the Resonance Insect again. These players are on another level. The Swarm rises, Resonance Insect in graveyard, and Zeravoros, the apex predator of Salamangreat, has made it onto the field. Cicada King in attack position will switch to defense in order to negate the effect of the Gazelle. That'll chase out a Phantasma activation. Formation here in order to summon a token to the zone occupied by Zeravoros. Pass turn, we could do it! Zeravoros coming back to the field at 4,600 attack. We'll activate the effect of the Sting Lancer, summon it to our side of the field, activate its effect in order to grab a formation, activate formation. Oh my god, it's lethal! 1 game remains! How many times have we ended up here? Salad 1 game from losing finals and still poised to make me eat DD Crow. You couldn't have crafted a better Salamangreat hand if you tried. Circle, Foxy, Orochi, 2 pieces of interaction. But some of that interaction is weak to MST, and the B-Trooper player has opened fine. If that 6th card is anything relevant, we could do this. We'll begin with Foxy, and it whiffs! I didn't know it was possible! Circle afterwards for a Gazelle. We'll go for Balinks. Balinks activation. Gazelle as well. Gazelle summoning itself to the side of the field, and guess what? We're going to send from deck to graveyard a copy of Spinny. Spinny summoned to our side of the field, and oh god, not Lion Emperor. Lion Emperor here, recycling this copy of Gazelle to go into Sanctuary and Sunlight Wolf. Activate Sunlight Wolf to grab back this copy of Circle, set 2 and pass. This is beatable! Resonance Insect off the top, Typhoon twice in order to eat the entire back row. Salamangreat Circle here in order to grab a Spinny for next turn, but here we go. We'll go Resonance Insect into Scale Bomber, into Almirage, trigger the effect of the Resonance Insect in order to grab a Sting Lancer. Monster Reborn, targeting the non-once per turn Resonance Insect into Armor Horn. Resonance Insect here in order to grab back a Sting Lancer, and Sting Lancer in order to banish this copy of Scale Bomber. It's on the field. Sting Lancer activation here in order to grab a landing activation in order to go into Saturnus. Saturnus directly into an effect veiler, but we're not done yet. Formation activation will activate Formation, bringing back the Armor Horn. Then afterwards, we can make a Papillion, activate the effect of the Papillion in order to get a couple of counters, walk over the existing board. Then in main phase 2, we can link off for a Zeravoros. This time it's got to work. Serpentreon Sky Slasher at the end phase. We'll draw for turn. The Serpentreon Sky Slasher, oh god, it contests the Zeravoros. We'll go Sting Lancer, but it's far too late. Sting Lancer here for landing. Foxy in order to pop the formation. This can't be it. This can't be happening. Not for the 3rd time in a row. Jaguar cycling back a copy of Sunlight Wolf. Dark bringing back the Zeravoros. Not like this. No! I don't get it. The deck isn't that good. At this point, it's just a collection of unplayable bulk glued together with spit and spinny. But somehow, in the face of near full power strategies from years later than Salamangreat's release, they just keep opening Gazelle. Time to take action. Next set will be chock full of broken baddies that'll blow Balinks Pass out of the water. But without further action, we'll clearly just spend the first set of every rotation back where we are now. So for that reason, we'll be replacing Gazelle in the core set with Wolvie.